Hey guys, so you ever be hanging out, just kind of hanging out with the fam or watching a movie or whatever, and it comes up to a certain time and you're like, oh crap, I gotta go start streaming? Or like you start a movie or you stop yourself from starting a movie or a show or something like that because you know you have to stream in a certain amount of time and you're like, I can't initiate this. Or have you ever been at a point where you're streaming and you're missing out on something, like you were supposed to go out with friends or something? It's like, oh guys, I gotta stream. So yeah, I've been there, done that. So this video is about balancing real life and streaming. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about that, maybe some tips, maybe we can talk about it and see how we can balance this out. Let's do this. Let's go. So balancing real life and streaming. Let me just preface this with saying I struggle with this. Like currently, like right now, I'm struggling with this right now. As most of you know, I am a dad. I have 3 kids. I have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. I'm also married. I have Mrs. Raven, as you guys know, and if you guys have not checked out her video, one came out this week and it was amazing. Talk about special needs kids. But anyway, so I currently struggle with this. I, like I said, and currently I'm a full-time streamer. I stream every day, pretty much, every night at least. I stream 7 days a week. During night streams, it's like around 9:30 Eastern time I start, and I go until like about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I stream mornings on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So yeah, it's pretty crazy with having kids and everything like that, and a wife that needs attention, and my cats, and a dog, and I have parents that need help. I have a sister that also has a child. I have brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, birthdays. It's insanity, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But at the same time, I'm trying to start something here. You know what I mean? Like I do streaming full time, and it's my passion. It's something that I love. Content creation. I love content creation. I really do. And the balancing of both things, it's tough. It really is. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy. Do these simple easy steps and you're good to go. My cat is playing with something in the background. I'm not going to do that, but I can try to talk this through with you guys and try to see some tips. One thing I do want to mention though is real life takes priority. And but what I mean by that is things you shouldn't, so our time, right? Our time, like so many things in our lives want to pull away from our time. Like different things need different time investments. What I'm saying is we should prioritize our non-streaming things in real life. That should be prioritized of our time. You know what I mean? Like for example, for me, my children, I prioritize my time with my children over streaming. If one night I'm hanging out with my kids and we're watching a movie and just chilling, and like, yeah, it's streaming time, but I'm hanging out with my kids, I'm either coming to stream late or I'm not streaming. And that's just the bottom line. Like streaming will be here, you know, and as long as you let your community know on Discord or whatever, like, hey, I'm running late, or hey, I'm not streaming tonight, give a reason why, your community will understand, especially if they know you're a parent. Like people understand that. But real life stuff should just take priority. Like they need, like there's things that need our attention. And yes, our community is super important. Content creation is important. I get it. A lot of people use it as a livelihood, or trying to get it started to be a livelihood, and like the way they're, you know, their main income and things like that. But real life has to take priority. It just, relationships hang in the balance when you don't. You know what I mean? People start to be affected negatively if they start feeling deprived of your time. Like you matter. Like your community wants time with you, and that's awesome, and that's what you want. But at the same time, people that are around you in real life, they need your time too. And that's one thing that you have to really kind of take a look at and say, hey, am I paying enough attention to, you know, this person? Or am I paying enough attention to my pet? Or am I paying enough attention to myself? You know what I mean? Like, how many times have you seen people have alerts or something, a command or something, to drink water? Like, and not that that's a bad thing, it's not, but you need to be reminded to drink water. Like, you're not taking yourself into consideration. You're not prioritizing yourself and your well-being when you're focusing on streaming. And I get it. Like, I get sucked into it too, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying this is all bad. I'm just saying that we need to be more aware of where we put our attention and what we prioritize. Finding an equilibrium is really, really tough. But couple things you can do to, really one big main thing you can do to try to help is have a schedule, time block. Basically schedule your streams, you know, have your community know when you're expected to be on, and stick to that schedule. Don't do extra, you know, and if you need to do less and let your community know, and I'm sure they'll understand. But be consistent too. Like, don't always call out. Like, if you were working at a, you know, a regular 8 to 4 job or 8 to 5 job, and you were calling out like every other day, obviously your employer is going to have a problem with it. So be consistent, but if you need to take time, don't hesitate, take that time. Time block, you know, when time block, if you need to start exercising, put that time block into your schedule, into your calendar. Like, put it somewhere, but make that time open for, this is the time I go exercise. Like, this is the time I need to go for a walk, or this is the time I need to go do some sit-ups and push-ups. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's 15 minutes before stream, literally get behind your desk or behind your chair, do some push-ups and sit-ups, and that's your workout. 15 minutes like that. Do like 20, like 50 jumping jacks, you know, 20, I can't even do 15 jumping jacks. So do some jumping jacks, sit-ups, push-ups, and that's your workout. But at least you're blocking it in, you're fitting it in. Like, do scheduling, do some time blocking, you know, schedule hangouts with your friends, you know, schedule time and be like, hey, at this time I'm gonna go hang out with my family. Like, I'm gonna go watch a movie. Like, we are starting a movie at this time, it's movie night, let's go. And if you're gonna stream afterwards, at least if you start it at a time where the movie would be over, and you probably throw in some time of like talking, hanging out with your friends, family, or whatever, it's blocked. Like, you're good to go. And then you start your stream when people expect you, and you're good to go. But scheduling and time blocking is just such a huge skill to have and to be able to use, to be able to have a balancing act of streaming in real life. But yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, but also, yes, block time and, you know, things, but like, don't plan everything. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be like we're scheduled beings. Like, us as human beings, we're very schedule based, which is fine, but leave some time to like be able to do some stuff on the fly. Like, this is like, schedule out like 2 hours of the day and be like, hey, this is open time. Like, and during that open time, go do something new, go do something different. Like, go read a book, or like go like take some pictures and like do some photography stuff, go for a walk. Because all these things, I found, like, when you do these things that are not streaming based and not like schedule stuff based, it's just like open time that you just discover things and do something else, is like the best time for like a streamer to like self-realize things, come up with new ideas. I can't even tell you how many times I've come out with new ideas and gimmicks just like walking. Like, I went for walks with my kids and I'm just like taking in the scenery, and something will pop in my head and I'll be like, oh dude, that's a cool idea, let me incorporate that into my stream. So yes, schedule your time, block things out that of necessities, like eating food. Like, we need to eat, you know. I mean, I don't skip my meals, you know, I be eating food all the time, but that's beside the point. Schedule your food. It's, you know, schedule showers, because be clean, come on, bro. Schedule exercise, but schedule open time. just hang out with family, friends, your pets, take your pets for a walk, go read a book, like experience new things, because ultimately it will help you grow as a human being. Like you'll just experience newer things, and it will be stress relieving. Do some yoga, like stress relieving is awesome, but ultimately it affects your streaming too. You become a more relaxed type of streamer, or you come up with cool ideas, and or content creator, you just come up with cool ideas and cool, things that you want to try out, and just it helps you grow. And that's why it's so important to balance real life and streaming, because when you are always just time crunched and you're always rushing through stuff, are you really even there? Like, are you even really paying attention to those moments of like, the first time your kid says something funny? Like my kids are starting to speak. Like my 1-year-old is starting to say words. Be present in those moments. You block out that time, but be present in them. Don't always be like thinking about other stuff. Like, block out the time, schedule your time, and trust me, you do this, you'll prevent streamer burnout, which I actually did a video about last week. So check out that video if you want to learn a little bit more about streamer burnout, how to prevent it, and things like that. But you'll prevent that, but you'll just be happier. You'll be a happier streamer. Like, you won't feel the dread of, with turning on that live button and be like, brr, I'm worn out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just schedule the time out, block time, and allow yourself to grow. Don't always be trying to weather the storms or weather winds and, stuff like that. Take in some sun, you know what I mean? But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be live pretty much, like I said, I'm live 7 days a week during the night streams, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time for the most part, and then morning streams are on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Mrs. Raven is also doing some content on YouTube with me on this new channel. I actually just renamed it to Flying with the Ravens, so I think it's a little bit more appropriate. So check out her video from this week, which is actually talking about special needs with children. Our oldest has special needs, so check out that video. Really cool tips and a lot of just heart-to-heart talk. The week before that, I released about a video about streamer burnout, and then she released it about anxiety, which kind of coincides with each other pretty well. So check out the videos, check out the comment section, leave a comment what you guys think about blocking. What do you guys do to balance life and things like that with streaming or content creation? That's the other thing too. I don't want to limit this to just streaming just because my main content creation is streaming. I'm talking about all content creation. So let me know what your guys' ideas are in the comment section, and check out the description. You can find out when I go live on Twitch, my Twitter, Mrs. Raven's Twitter, and our Instagram and things like that. And we'll catch you later. Much love. Peace out.